please give us a brief outline of what the Rent Control Department is, what is the purpose of it, and your role in the department.
Okay, thanks so much. Let me take the opportunity to wish my brother a happy birthday.
Thank you, Mr. President.
We were established by law.
Right.
That is the Act 220. That is the Rent Act 1963. And under Section 5 of that Act, it has spelled out our functions vis-a-vis the rent officer and then the Rent Control Department. The first on the list is we've been given the mandate to conduct what we call an assessment. Assessment is where we've been given the mandate to determine how much rent should be charged on a property upon an application by a tenant or a landlord. Upon an application. So we cannot just wake up and go into town and say we are assessing every rented property in Ghana. Second on the list is we do investigation and determination. Any dispute between landlords and tenants, we do investigation and determine based on the law what should be the right thing to be done between the two of them. Third on the list is we've been mandated to keep what we call register of vacant premises. What that means is that if a landlord has any vacant premises and he wants to be advertised, he has options. He can contract any agent, just as the footage being. Agents are relevant. They come in between landlords and tenants. But it's the landlord who will determine whether I will pass on my property to that agent to bring somebody to come and dwell in, or you have an option to come to the Rent Control Department, give us all the particulars, we'll put it in our database so that the prospective tenant, that's tenants roaming about, if they also come into our domain, we'll then call the two of you and link you up to go and then verify and then you negotiate. Okay. We also have what we call an abscondant process. That means if somebody come and dwell in your property and the person's run away, in our local terms, abscond, you don't have right to go in there and pack the person's things out. It will be an offense. So you then need to report to us. We have a process, what you call the abscondant process, where we'll pass through the legal means and then have your property emptied for you. So these are some of the functions spelled out under Section 5 of the Rent Act.
Okay, so the Rent Act. So the first thing you mentioned was the assessment.
Yeah.
So that means that we viewers, we have a responsibility to make sure that we submit an application to the Rent Control Department so that they can then determine what the right fee is to be charged for that apartment. Okay, so that's our responsibility.